Pisces, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for July 6th to the 12th. My name is Athen. So we had that full moon last week involving that 10th house of yours of career, work, and everything on that public level. So there is still changes happening with that. There has been for many years with Pluto transiting that 10th. And having non-attachment, being willing to change there with those 10th house matters is the way to work with it. And now with the fast-moving planets in the 4th house opposing up to Pluto in relation to home, family, past roots, things like this, which has been perhaps a lot of intense energy for you, or can be, and with the sun here, perhaps very passionate about these things as well. And your energy levels, you might be noticing, have been a little bit on the lower side with the sun and Mars at the bottom of the chart. So they're on their way up, though. You'll notice as the months unfold, as they make their way up to the rest of your chart, you'll notice those energy levels starting to increase and build up again. But here with this, with Mars, especially in the 4th, is channeling that energy into the emotional side of things, into things that you're sentimentally connected to in that balanced way, of course, and wanting to express yourself about these things, focusing on it, and even learn more about this area, because Mercury is into your 4th house here on Wednesday, where he is in dignity. So actually this is a good placement for Mercury, and you'll be thinking, I think, more about home, family, past roots, things like that, which I think you can learn quite a bit. And there is a lot of flowing energy with Mars as well this week, because Mars is going to be trining up to your secondary ruler Neptune Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So through having faith and trust, which has been this element of Neptune in your 12th, I think you are having a lot of that. Your intuition might be quite high right now at the moment too, with all these nice aspects up to Neptune, which will be supporting any type of intentions or actions you take regarding home, family, past roots this week with that aspect. But while that's happening, this opposition energy, especially with the sun on Monday and then Mars slowly as the week unfolds, remembering to want change and to be willing to allow change to take place in the emotional, sentimental, past, etc. side of life. And the more willing you are, then it can be very positive changes all around. So that's openness to change both there and on the career level, and not going to any extremes either, with either going into the career or going just into the home and family right now. It's very important this week and next week, as it was last week, to keep that balance between these two areas of your life. So with the sun, though, on Monday, the sun does rule your 6th house of routine and health and diet and work. So that's the strong emphasis there in terms of change with those things on Monday. Then Wednesday, middle part of the week, Mercury shifts into that 4th. So I think you'll be thinking more about that. Neptune will then be trining up to Mars. So there is that flow about the week, especially relating to 4th house things and relating to finances and material pleasures of life, which is Mars, who rules your 2nd house, and maybe even philosophy and stuff, spiritual philosophies, or spiritual teachings, or anything else that's relaxing about those matters. I think you'll find quite nice this week as well. Then Friday and Saturday, Mercury squares up to the North Node, reminding you that this whole life path of the year is about relationships and one-on-one connections, perhaps business contracts, business dealings, or legal matters, perhaps even, which is the 7th house. But it's probably not personal, depending on your personal chart. But it is the flow for you. This is the life path energy of growth, and that's the growth for you this year. And so Friday and Saturday, seeing that and putting any intentions into relationships and overall improving, that particular area of your life, because we are talking about Virgo here, I think will be a good consideration Friday and Saturday. So that's the bulk of it. Definitely 10th and 4th house, opposition, balancing, and change, being open to change, having non-attachment to both areas. On Sunday, we've got Venus squaring up to Saturn and the Sun squaring up to Uranus. So lots of squaring energy on Sunday. We'll probably start to feel this as the weekend unfolds. So just stay grounded. This is mostly next week, and I'm going to cover this in more detail in the next weekly. But just as a heads up, stay very grounded this weekend, because Saturn squaring Venus is about that maturity and groundedness, especially relating to your communications and thinking patterns, deeper aspects of life. And in general, there has been a lot of expansion and enjoyment, perhaps, of the creative, fun, and playful side of life with these two planets coming together in your 5th. So staying grounded and long term with those things, as well as with your self-expression and the routine stuff, which is going to be Uranus squaring up to the Sun, and not making any rash decisions there. But I'll cover this in more detail next week. The emphasis, like I said, is 10th and 4th house. So Pisces, have a nice week. If you're new to Sidereal, do check the description, because this is different from traditional traditional Western astrology. If you'd like a personal session, please get in touch at masteringthezodiac.com. And yep, talk to you next week. Take care.